Okay, hello everybody. I'm going to read Get Thee Anywhere But Behind Me. I wrote this about like the earliest days I spent in France when I walked a dark road alone for the first time in my life. Somewhere behind me, a leaf trembles or crackles ou échange des recettes de photosynthèse avec ses voisines, tout simplement. And my heart begins to pound parce que de nuit tombe in earnest maintenant. Et qu'est-ce que je vais faire si ce n'est pas une feuille, mais an animal's footstep, or worse, les pas d'un non, mais non, c'est une feuille. Of course, c'est une feuille. It's just a rustling leaf dans le crépuscule. Mais évidemment, and me, I need to borrow travel handy at home. One must be cautious, soit, but not paranoid. Et ça, voyons, this is absurd. The breeze picks up the ghost d'un rire from across the street and flings it over my hunched épaule. Du coup, je saute et j'hurle presque, but I don't, because when you scream, they hear you. And then they might really come, the animals or the, mais non, il n'y a personne. Of course, there's no one there. And it's only one more street to the house. There's just the one street left now. Une toute petite rue tranquille in a sleepy little quartier. I keep walking, walking. I know there's no animal behind me. Ah non, je n'y pense même pas, ça pourrait porter malheur. Je pense à autre chose. Something else, anything else. Leaf, my good, kind, innocent friend Leaf, get thee anywhere but behind me in this darkness. Get thee anywhere but behind me. Thanks.
Thank you, Hibah. It's wonderful like hearing it out loud. It's certainly a different experience of like a poem that I already loved, but hearing it said aloud, it's even better. So a question that I have for you is that we noticed that the switches between languages and Get Thee Anywhere But Behind Me are particularly really fluid and very closely mirror how multilingual people talk sometimes in real life. So I want to ask, in what ways do you think this aspect of your work's multilingualism acts in your pieces?
I would actually say that I write a lot of my things in several languages and then I literally have to translate to one because it's very hard to find a place that actually publishes works in multiple languages. I was born in Pakistan, which means I grew up with 3 languages. Punjabi, which is my mother tongue, Urdu and English. And then from around when I was 12, 13, I started learning French. So that mixed into. And then when I came to France, French was being spoken all around me. Half the time my head was running in English and French in a sort of mixture. Like, as you know, this is a natural way for anyone who's really multilingual, who's lived in a multilingual society. This is how we talk, right? This is how we think. A lot of the time, this is also how we write, but then we have to translate it to one language, usually English, but sometimes the whole thing is in English naturally, but a lot of the time it's not. And that's what I really loved about this journal. The fact that you guys appreciated this mixture, this thing that seems completely crazy to most people, but it's so rich and so beautiful that we can think in several languages at once. And I was just really glad to have a place where I could send work that was like this, like in this form. Thanks for that.
Thank you. We appreciate your work a lot too. What I'm hearing is that it feels like this switch between languages feels more natural to your thought process. And Pollux, we're very like honored to be home to such work that's close to your actual process of thinking and writing. And I was like also personally really interested in how like the switch between languages, as a reader who isn't fluent in all the languages presented, it feels like the tension in the piece is building in relation to the switches between languages. So that was super exciting. Thank you so much for sharing, Hibah.